How we doing?
Good, Coach Ford. How do your receivers do today, you think?
Ooh, I thought we was somewhere in the middle. I thought we started off pretty well. Made a few big plays down the field, which is nice to see. Some really critical perimeter blocking, I thought, got better from that perspective, but made a little too many mental errors, more drops than I would like, and too many penalties at wide receiver. We got to get that cleaned up. That's on me.
Did anybody catch your eye at all?
Oh, sure.
Positively?
Oh, yeah. Like I said, there were, Branch had a nice play down in the corner. Charles Ross-Ade had a nice play. Morissette did some nice things as well. Our ones looked pretty good. Our twos were coming along, doing pretty well. Horton, I thought, kind of took a step forward as well. I'm probably forgetting some guys, but the groups, we're moving in the right direction. We just need to take some bigger steps.
Is that tougher to do when you bring in so many portal guys and you've only been really out here for 3 weeks working together?
Yeah, I mean, I think we should be, we've made some progress, but when you go full speed and live tackling and all that kind of stuff, it changes the intensity a little bit. And, I thought the guys at times played a little too fast, and at other times we need to speed it up a little bit. So as I said when I started the thing off, we're somewhere in the middle, and we're still just trying to chug along and get a little bit better every day.
It feels like the receivers are moving around a lot, catching balls from all the quarterbacks. How valuable can that be?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge for our confidence, for the quarterbacks, and I think our guys are coming along doing a decent job. We got to make some more tough catches for those guys, even because they've got a lot of pressure on them, and a good wide receiver can bail some quarterbacks out and make them feel a little bit better. And so I think we can do a better job of that. We made a couple of nice catches today, but there's a few that I thought we left out on the field.
Is there a template as far as a wide receiver that you want to get height-wise, weight-wise, that you look for a prototype?
More so, I'm just looking for playmakers at that position. Is there, we'd like to be a 5'11", 6-foot guy that can run and roll. It's a slot guy, and the outside guys are usually, if we can get a 6'3", 6'4" guy that can, jump over people and make great plays and, block when we need for him to block on the perimeter. If we can get those kind of guys, you'll be in a pretty good position, especially in this conference.
A lot of these guys are guys who have been elsewhere and maybe didn't have the opportunity. Is that kind of what sold them on Purdue? Is like, come here, you're going to have a chance to get on the field?
I think the offense, what they've seen out of the offense and the potential of the offense, I think was what was appealing to most of these guys. And then, obviously getting another opportunity to show what they could do it was also exciting for them. So, I think, the opportunities are still there. Now we just got to take advantage of them.
And still, I know early, you still got spring ball to finish up, but do you foresee yourself looking for more receivers in the portal in April?
We definitely will be continuing to research the portal and get as many playmakers here as we possibly can. Yeah, that's a definite.
Do you have a leader in that room right now, you think?
No, we're all working. We can get better. I think there is one, but I'm not going to say it right now. So it's too early for that just yet.
What was it like for you transitioning? You coached running backs, now you're coaching receivers. I think you've coached the secondary in the past. Just talk about making that move when you came here.
Well, I started probably my career. My first Division I job was receivers at Toledo. And so I've had a lot of experience there. And then when you've worked on the defensive side in the secondary for as long as I have, I spent 15 years, 20 years really over on the defensive side of the ball. That's helped me also with wide receivers because you've seen the great ones and you have to cover them all the time. And so the transition has been pretty smooth. But there's, with this offense, there's a lot of new things that we're learning and I got to get better at. And we're putting the offense together. And, but from that perspective, it's been pretty good so far. So my experience on being on both sides of the ball, I think, helps me, and it helps our kids because I can tell them what the other side's thinking. Yesterday we were talking about quarters coverage and what that looks like, because a lot of these guys haven't played against it before, and it can be, you know, if you don't know what you're doing, you know, they can wrap you up pretty good. But once you understand what they're doing and alignments and all that kind of stuff, you can take advantage of it. So our guys are learning, but that's what that experience does for you from a coaching perspective. So
As much as you're rotating and getting guys equal reps, how have you created a competition that's, you know, a healthy competition that hopefully helps these guys going into the fall where, you know, nothing's really promised?
Yeah, there's competition, you know, all up and in that room. I mean, from the top to the bottom. Every day is about competing and who wants the job, and we keep track of catches and drops and mental errors and big plays, and it'll all shake out in the end, but the playmakers rise to the top, and that's kind of what we're, you know, continuing to evaluate and what we're looking for.
Has there been anyone in the secondary that's kind of caught your eye as a guy that's, you know, been a thorn to your guys' side?
I think all of our corners have been, you know, impressive. You know, they're very physical. They're hands-on guys, which I think is good for us because we need to see that. This conference is the kind of conference that, you know, it's a very, very physical conference, and so, you know, if DBs with their hands on you is a problem, then it's going to be really tough. So I think our corners have now, don't get me wrong, I don't want to mention any names, but I think all of them are at the level that we're looking for. And I think Coach Clark has done a great job with them, with being physical and getting hands on, because our guys need to see it.
Thanks, Coach.
Anything else?